Welcome back, everybody, to the Board YouTube channel for your pick and roll live stream here ahead of the 2025 NBA Finals. We've had a fantastic season on the show, and we're looking to close it out in style with Oklahoma City taking on Indiana in the finals of the NBA playoffs. So make sure you guys, if you do enjoy along the way, you smash that like button. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Keep up to date with everything we have coming your way in the future. But we'll bring in Pips here for today. Great season so far. Fantastic. Almost wrapped up here. Up to 40-plus units of profit overall on the show page. We track every bet on BetStamp here. Last time we did have a show. Been a while since we had a show, but last time we had a show, we went 2-1 with a winner on Cat and McBride. Unfortunately, a very late loser on Alex Caruso, which easily could have won. He made a decision in the end that did ruin that one, but that's okay. Still, winning day, 2-1, up to 40-plus units of profit on the show. Overall, we're up over 17 and a half units now based on just pure on ROI, 4.5% ROI for us on the show here. 39.5K of volume.
I think that 17 units on the season is wrong. I think when we started the season, we were plus 18.9.
Well, this is just since the start of the season, last 247 days, which is October 1st.
Yeah, but we finished last season at 18.9. I think something like this, like that.
The difference is because the average unit size is 92. So it's not quite a perfect $100 unit size for the tracking up here. Regardless, been a fantastic season. At least 17 and a half units.
Definitely.
On the season. I mean, and sum it up. This is the most successful season on the show after 2 successful seasons as well. How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling great. This time around, we did great in playoffs. Usually not that great, but kind of went lower volume. Some reads on mostly base my reads on minutes and the volume, and that always goes well. Predicting schemes in single straight bets is never profitable. It never was for me in the playoffs. So I kind of adjusted after I usually had poor playoffs, like break even for a couple of years. Then changed the way I approached it last season. Had first great playoffs and did the same this season and had another great. So adjustments need to be made. Playoffs are a very different beast compared to the regular season. Like I would say, completely different type of betting.
So I think as well, I think it's so impressive that the show goes live same time every day. The bets are tracked commonly at the number, like more often than not, it's at a number that is not the best available at widely available books. It's difficult to do. You know, a lot of people online who boast records have the luxury of betting any time of day, any sports book they want, and there's people giving out paid services at places where the masses cannot get the same number. The masses cannot even access the sports book in question. So to do it all on a show the day of the games, not like the night before or anything, not overnight, at widely available books, at widely available numbers. I think it's very impressive. So, and this is all for free. This free show is better than 99%, in my opinion, 99% of the paid services that exist out there. So
definitely, yeah.
So, hey, we appreciate everyone rocking with us on the channel this season. But let's get into the NBA Finals preview here. Indiana, in around January, we're round 6 in the Eastern Conference. Kind of seemed like, hey, is it going to be a play-in tournament struggle for this team? Are they going to get a top 6 spot? That team is now in the NBA Finals. What changes have they made to get there? Because even at the start of the playoffs, we weren't expecting this.
The way Tyrese Haliburton played throughout up to like Christmas time, we were saying on the show, constantly saying like he is playing either hurt or it's something not right, and then he just like started playing like he played prior to the injury. and then everything shifted for them, and they got back Naismith, they got Nemhard, uh, and then everything kind of fall into the place. And the I would say the pace they are playing with kind of very different than anyone else in the league. Their offense is like setting a tone for the future. Like after this season, a lot of teams will adjust and look into this kind of offense. And then on the other side, we have Thunder, who are setting the tone with the way they play the defense. So very, very much two different teams in the entire league. No one plays defense like OKC, scheme wise. No one plays offense like Pacers, scheme wise. So yeah, it will be very, very interesting matchups. And as I said, just pulled up some numbers for Tyrese Halliburton. Pre All Star, 17 points and 8 assist average on the 58% true shooting. Post All Star numbers, 21 points average, 11 assist average. So 3 more points, 3 more assist average, whilst true shooting went from 58% to 68%. So kind of a huge jump, and reminded us what he was before the injury last season. Last season it was the other way around, before and after All Star break. So Tariq Halliburton, the engine for this team. Siakam always playing great, one of the most underrated guys in the league, even though he won the conference finals MVP. Still one of the most underrated guys, and they have a deep team.
Uh, on the game one here, Oklahoma. Well, just the series in general. OKC favored pretty heavily this one. This is the most lopsided price we have on an NBA Finals I saw since 2018, which was Cavaliers against the Kevin Durant and Steph Curry led Golden State Warriors. 9.5 point favorites, OKC. We've had a lot of time for this line to be shaped, so we can consider it quite sharp at this point, though we just saw a little flicker there to minus 112 for the Thunder. In your opinion, is this a fair price for game one and the series as a whole? We have the Thunder at minus 700 compared to plus 500 for the Pacers. Do you think these are fair prices for this series and for the game one?
I do for the game one. I don't know about the series. I think Thunder have much more in the troop, in like the power of the their roster. Like they're mm, much better team overall. But uh, I don't know. It's tough to like not give any chances to this Pacers team after what we've seen so far in the playoffs. Like they kind of always find a way, but when you look at the when you look at like Knicks series, you see like players are scoring like 30 easy points of transition, like just running and creating stuff and getting so many easy buckets. And now they're playing the best transition defense. We've seen how they targeted poor defensive players against the Cleveland Cavaliers and just created wide open looks a ton. They don't have anyone to target. Like so now, like they killed Knicks by transition, and they killed Cavs by targeting poor players. Now they playing the best transition defense without any targets. So I'm really like looking forward to see what Carlisle will do. What's the game plan for this series? But it's difficult against team like OKC. No weak link on the defense.
Yeah, I struggle to see where the Pacers break down the Thunder. I don't see the advantage here. I think there could be a game where the Pacers get red hot from three. The Thunder not as good of a 3-point shooting team. That's where I see the Pacers nicking a game. I don't really see them getting two, unfortunately. Listen, I'd love for a long series. I'd love for a 7-game series. I don't really see it. I'm thinking this one is probably a 5-game series. What do you think on that?
Yeah. The thing is, this is the best team. If you look at the last 2 years, this is the best 3-point shooting team Thunders are facing.
Yeah.
if you look at the numbers, like Pacers shot like 40% from the three so far in the playoffs. But they played Bucks, who are horrible on defense. They played Cavs, who were horrible on defense in that series, playing Hart, Mobley, Garland, and yeah, they just horrible defense. And then destroyed the Knicks with the pace and getting good looks. So yeah, but I do think, uh, as you said, 3 points will swing some games. Thunder low volume on threes, and Pacers could do just. I think that's the approach for Pacers: shoot as many threes and limit as many threes for the Thunder. Like that's like what they are going to try to do.
Yeah.
Nemhard, Nesmith defending Shea, and Turner kind of being a rim protection. I don't know how that works, but probably we'll stay home and try let Shea score 40 and limit everyone else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can see them going that direction as well. On game one here, D. Shifty noted it in the chat, actually. Shaq going 5-8 from 3 again. This is partially what you're kind of considering for the game one bet. So let's dive into the bet for today. Tell us what you're betting.
Yeah, kind of. If you know, if anyone follows me on Twitter, kind of set for the what I'm going to do here. For people that watch show, I usually this will be probably like kind of could be hurt my initial like my betting because I'll give huge edge now. But it's the end of the season, so I think I'm kind of okay with that. This season, I was splashing this kind of bet almost every game Thunder played, and that will be Pascal Siakam plus two threes, two or more threes, combined with under 22.5 points.
So it's inverse correlation here. Under on points, the alt line on points 22.5, and the over threes 2 plus 3s made. And we have plus 315 odds here with FanDuel.
Yeah, I was doing that a ton during the regular season. Why? Thunder allow ton of threes, ton of spot up, zero on the drives. So the guys that are driving to the rim and playing like through pick and rolls, we're not getting anything besides threes. So I've like I did a ton of damage with this. I'm like probably my most profitable bet almost throughout the entire season. So first off, I'll start with going to head-to-head games for Pascal Siakam, and we can see that in 2 games against the Thunder, he scored 5 threes and 1 3. But looking at the volume on threes, we can see that he went 5 from 7 in 31 minutes, and the next game he went 1 from 5 in 27 minutes. Huge blowout game. So he kind of averaged 7 threes per 36 minutes, and that's just huge for him. Why? Because if you take a look at the entire season, I'll show you the data. But when Pascal Siakam has 5 to 6 attempts, he hit the over in 20 out of 30 games. When with just 5 threes alone, when you look at when he attempts 5 threes, which he attempted in the second game against them in a blowout in only 27 minutes, he is hitting the over in 61% of the time. When he attempts 6, he hit the over in 6 out of 7. And we get huge plus money. So just by looking at this alone, it's a great spot. Also, when you look at the Pascal Siakam playing with Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner, and when you check for when he played like 28 to 40 minutes against teams who allow threes, he's almost at 50-50%. And we are getting plus 130 some plays even plus 140. So just by looking at that, we can see that it's kind of profitable spot. But looking at the Thunder in those games, Thunder were ranked 23rd out of 30 teams in 3 points allowed. So where they were allowing 8 most threes in the regular season, and they were allowing 5th most spot up shots, which is mostly threes. So yeah, that's the only weakness of their defense. Like they are allowing a ton of spot up, a ton of threes to the opposing teams, and just because they are just crashing. Like when you try to drive, they collapse and help a ton from the nail inside. So someone needs to be left wide open, and they don't care, especially if it's like a not huge threat from three. Like they were close to like Michael Porter Jr., but let's say it's Aaron Gordon or it's any or like Peyton Watson in the series or someone else, Jaden McDaniels, for example, they don't care. They will be wide open. So that's the first part of the bet, which is threes. If you take a look on points in those games, Pascal Siakam first game, 22 points. 15 of those 22 came from threes. So besides threes, he scored only 7 points. Second game, he made one three. Besides those threes, he scored 8 points. So over the 2 games, he scored 7 and 8 points if we exclude threes. So they didn't give him anything besides the threes. If he scores 2 threes, he still needs to score like 17 points to cover on shots that are not threes. Even if he makes 3 threes, he still needs to score more than 10 points, like 13 points. We are still good without threes. So yeah, they just, if he gets deep post up, they are helping. They are sending doubles, and if in pick and rolls, he'll be head to head isolation covered by Chet Holmgren, which is good luck on scoring. And if you take a look at the series so far in the playoffs, especially in the last couple of games against the Knicks, he was scoring most of his points in transition. And he's now playing the best transition defense. We can see that out of his, how many points in the playoffs? 21 points. 30% of his points came in transition. And he's now playing the best transition defense. So Pascal could be wide open from three, but everything else will be tough.
Yep, completely understand. Very detailed analysis. Makes sense. Let's try to get a win here on game one between
half a unit. Yeah.
Half a unit we're going?
Yeah. Plus 315. Yeah.
Right. Should have mentioned that in the comment. Apologies, but I always say big SGPs should always be taken as half unit, with especially with plus 315 odds. We played that over on FanDuel, which is our presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel, and they made the show possible this season. So big shout outs to FanDuel. But with FanDuel, the finals are here at last. It's all come down to this. Don't miss your chance to bet on all the legendary moments with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel is the best place to find all your favorite player props, and now you can make the smarter play with new performance trends. Want to check a player's consistency during the playoffs? Or maybe they've been flirting with a potential triple-double. Get the latest stats right inside the app and see who's heating up. And after the tip-off, that's when things get interesting. You can combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. If you don't already have FanDuel, it's not too late to get in on the action, everybody. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. And in order to do that, just visit FanDuel.com/board to join today. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, but must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right, we'll get to some of the comments here. If you have any bets for today, we'd love to hear it in the chat. You can let us know. Earlier question came from Drosko asking about players you expect to have lower minutes in the NBA Finals than maybe anticipated. Is there anybody you're targeting here? Perhaps like a Benedict Mathurin. What do you think?
Uh, I usually wait for game one to see like who struggles, who played well. Looking at first and the second half rotation minutes, adjustments expected to be made and stuff. But I hard difficult to see. Usually, like for example, when I said Conley will play less minutes against the OKC, that happened throughout the first couple of games. Hartenstein as well, but in this series it's tough because both teams can play both small and big, and yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Could be. I don't know about Hartenstein big minutes in this series. Honestly, like the Pacers could go small with Obi at 5, or maybe even Pascal at 5. And if Chet is at 5, I would definitely go with Pascal Siakam at the fives. And yeah, it's interesting. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't think this is series where you need to play like Cason Wallace big minutes, or Isaiah Joe big minutes, or even like Kendrick Williams. Like I don't think those are the guys that will play a ton of minutes in this one. uh, on the other side, I think this series, I think, don't know about Ben Shepherd. Like he had some shifts on Branson late in the series, but I don't know. Like if Nesmith is back, like injury free, Nesmith and Nemhard, I think don't need to play Shepherd that much, but we'll see. Thomas Bryant will get absolutely cooked in minutes he plays, so I don't know what's there. I think they definitely need to go to Topin at the five when Turner is not there. So you need to have a great rim protection against the Thunder. So Turner kind of needs to be there, even though I think he's overrated as a rim protector, inflated numbers just by blocks. But he's the best they have. So honestly, don't know. We'll know much more about after the game one.
All right. We'll get to some player prop specific bets here. We have a few coming in. A couple people asked about Alex Caruso under 8.5 points. Philip NBA shared it at -125.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. He was kind of ignored in the first two series. Then against the Wolves, he wasn't, but he still gets some like easy points there. I honestly think Pacers should be staying home with Chase. Then Caruso won't get as many looks as he was getting earlier. But I think they'll play him to defend Tyrese. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. It depends on how Dort is playing. If Dort can make a shot, then the Caruso minutes will go up. If Dort is playing decent, then Caruso minutes will not be much needed uh, here. So I don't know. I think Caruso is playing like 20 to 25 minutes compared to the last game where he played like 20 on pace for 30 minutes. So I don't know. Uh, yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got Isaiah Hartenstein over 7.5 points. I do wonder if his minutes could drop a little bit, as you kind of hinted in this series. We'll see. But for game one, over 7.5 points, -120. What do you think?
Uh, like it's difficult to drop because last two games he played 16 and 17 minutes. They kind of wanted to just put Gobert in tough spot, having to defend the three, and that was the adjustment. That's why they didn't need Hartenstein as much. But if you look at the series against Memphis, he also didn't play many minutes. Like, he averaged like 22 minutes in the series. Obviously, against the Denver, he wasn't needed, and he played 30 plus minutes in most of the games. So I don't know. I don't know honestly. Could see him playing 20 minutes a game, like starting and then playing like 7-7-7, and then not closing the games.
Yeah.
That will be where I can see it going. Starting all three first, second, and third quarter, and playing 6 to 7 minutes. Uh, so if we take a look when he is playing like 16 to 24, averaging 8 points. If they don't send two on the ball and don't play Turner in a deep drop, he won't get any looks. If they decide to be aggressive against Shea, then this is probably an easy over.
All right. Let's go to this one here. Drosko asked about Lou Dort under 9.5 points. And, about minus 117.
Well, I can see that. I can see that definitely. I'm not a fan of Blue Dot as a player either way, so I can see that definitely. In the playoffs so far, he was such a hot and cold, and if he's not making any shots, he's getting benched. And if you take a look at the games where he played like normal minutes, like 22 to 28, averaging 8.5, and going over with 4 from 8 from 3 while being horrible shooter is kind of something you can live with. If he's going to all it, like if he's going to take 8 threes, you are good. Like if that's that's what he's going to do, like do shot 8 threes and nothing else, then you are definitely in a great spot for Dort under.
Okay. Based on some of the comments here from Cool BN, I think they want to bet on a side and want want your input on which side of it to take. Do you lean in any direction on the 9.5 spread at this point, minus 110, both sides?
Would you do a coin flip at minus 110?
I
I think,
personally wouldn't.
yeah. If you want to do some like fun bet plus 9.5. If you want to do some fun bet, I always like to cheer for underdogs. So yeah, bet
Yeah.
some threes. Bet some threes for like Neesmith and Nemhard and Siakam, and then add plus 9.5 for Pacers and cheer for them. I would say.
Just remember, like, this is a very liquid market. It's the NBA Finals. They're taking a lot of money on it, and these lines have been up for like a week now, almost. Like these have been shaped to borderline perfection on these. It's basically a coin flip, as Pip said, at this number. So, I don't think you can really. I mean, maybe there's some humongous groups that could find an edge on this, but I don't think there's an edge on the side or total at this point going into game one. Next up. Sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing.
Next up, a couple of props madness questions. Steven asked about a play type for drives. Is there a play type for drives? If not, one that is close, like pick and roll ball handler.
Yeah, actually, that's a decent question. Definitely, there are some numbers for drives for the players, but we don't have it up, as I think that's kind of could be misleading for some. But yeah, we do have all the play types possible. I'm just now showing the Alexander Shea as the example, and we can see how he scores mostly as a pick and roll ball handler in his isolation. And you can see on the map that he's scoring 55% of his points from the paint, so he's getting to the line a ton. And then if you look at the opponent defense, Pacers allowed fifth most points in the paint in the regular season, so like easy spot to target. While looking at guys like Miles Turner, we can see that most of his points come as a pick and roll man, which probably includes some pick and pops. But yeah, that's probably including spot up. So we do have some numbers on that, but we don't have drives specifically. Yeah.
Okay. And then D-Dot asked if you will be getting more informational videos up on Prop Madness during the off season.
Probably about WNBA. Because I need to have some like context, some examples to show some stuff. But yeah, probably once a month, probably or twice, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I always try to like do some like the thing I do on the show. I just do like 10 minutes video and show like 3 to 4 examples how to find the edges. But there is only so many you can do. Yeah.
All right. So some more content for the off season there. And I think that is it for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This has been our NBA Finals preview, a little bit of a Game 1 preview, and as well a best bet on the way, official bet. So make sure you guys, if you're tailing, you've hit the like button. If you enjoyed the show, you hit that like button, especially if you've cashed this season, especially if as well you've enjoyed, you subscribe to the channel. Here is the pick for today. We have Pascal Siakam under 22.5 points and 2 +3s, inverse correlation, half unit, plus 315 at our presenting sponsor here, FanDuel. Feel free to shop around as well to find the best price in the market. Let's try to end with a bang here. This potentially could be the last show of the season. What do you think? Will we have anything for anything else in the series?
We'll see. If I have anything interesting to share, I'll hit you up after the first 2 games.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next game is Sunday, so we could potentially do the show for game 3. If I see anything interesting after the game 2, we'll probably do the show. But if not, doing the show with 0 bets will probably not be the best thing. So yeah.
Well, if this is the last show, thank you so much, everybody, for a fantastic season. We really appreciate the support. There's a lot of names in the chat that have been here from the first show that we did this season all the way until the last, and so many people tune into so many of the episodes. The show wouldn't be possible without you guys supporting it, so thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. We did this show 5 times a week, and we had so many people in here all the time, so it does mean a lot. Hopefully you did get value out of it. Hopefully you did enjoy. Pips, any last words from you if this is the last show?
Enjoy the finals and enjoy the off season. That's it. Like, don't waste your hard-earned units telling the show in the off season.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Maybe we will see you again. Maybe not. Regardless, you know where to find us on Twitter at TheBoardHQ, at PipsNBA, at Jacob_Gramegna. Keep rocking with us here at The Hammer, and we will see you again very soon, whether it be here or whether it could be somewhere else on The Hammer as well in the offseason. Thanks again, everybody.